Mickey, Adrian Peterson's name has been hanging around about, a week or two now, or a couple months leading up to the free agency period in terms of a player that could go to Dallas and play with Jerry Jones. What's the scenario in which this makes sense?
It doesn't make sense to me one bit, by the way. You've got NFL's leading rusher in Ezekiel Elliott. You've got very little cap space remaining, and free agency hasn't even begun. And you got 20 of your own unrestricted free agents, and you would like to re-sign some of those guys that, by the way, helped you go 13-3 last year. So you have very little space left, and the need for Adrian Peterson is not real high, and certainly not as high as trying to repair or add to your defense. I just don't see how it makes sense unless he wants to come here and I tell him, Adrian, love you, like to bring you back to Texas. Here's $1 million base salary, and we'll give you some incentives. If he's willing to play for that, then I would think about it as a backup running back. But if he thinks he's coming here on a big salary, I just don't see how the Cowboys can qualify that, can even work that out for what they have. That's not a need on this football team whatsoever, especially for a guy that's played 4 games in 2 of the last 3 years. I don't, just because they said they're not going to pick up the roster bonus for him doesn't mean that they can't try to re-sign him to a more reasonable contract. And again, you're talking about a guy that's going to be a 32-year-old running back. Is there a big market for that? I'd be interested to see how this one turns out.